What's cooking good looking? Today we are making apple cheesecake tacos. Sounds like a lot, never made these before, so this will be a first time for me and for you. It's a super simple recipe. We are going to fry up some already made flour tortillas and put those in a cinnamon sugar. Then we are going to make a cream cheese filling with an apple compote on top, and I am adding my own personal salted caramel on top. That is optional, you guys don't have to do that. I will have all of the recipes I use down below, and without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start getting into it. So quickly, I want to run through all of the ingredients with you. We have a half of a cup of sugar with a nice helping of cinnamon. The recipe called for 1.5 teaspoons, but I just added until I got the color I wanted, so that you can just determine on your own. And then I just have some store-bought flour tortillas, the little ones. You can buy the big ones and just cut them into smaller circles. That's up to you. For the cream cheese or the cheesecake filling, we have cream cheese, heavy cream, powdered sugar, and vanilla. And then for the apple compote, we have 2 apples that I'm going to peel and dice. I have cinnamon, there is cornstarch, nutmeg, vanilla, and a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. There's also supposed to be 1 cup of water that goes with this that I will add. And then if you would like to make the salted caramel recipe with me, it does call for a 1/4 cup of water, a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons butter, and a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up these apples, and then we'll get everything going. Okay, now that the apples are chopped, we're gonna go ahead and start frying up the tortillas, super quick and easy, and then we're gonna start making the actual insides of the taco. Okay, so to fry the tortillas, I do have some cooking oil in a pan. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on medium and let that heat up. Once our vegetable oil is nice and hot, we're gonna put in the first tortilla and cook for about a minute on each side. Then flip it, and when you flip it onto the other side, we're going to fold it. Once your taco is out of the frying oil, you're going to put it on a paper towel, let some of the excess oil drip off, and then you're going to toss it in the cinnamon and sugar, making sure to get it inside as well. And repeat with the rest of your tortillas. Taco shells are done, we're going to set these aside, and then we're going to start on the apple compote. That is actually very simple. We're going to put most of the ingredients in the pan, let it come to a simmer for 2 to 3 minutes, and then add the apples. I'll show you guys how I do it. Okay, first we're going to pour in a cup of water into our pan. We're going to put that on medium. We are going to add our nutmeg, our cinnamon, our brown sugar, and the cornstarch. Like I said, we're going to combine all of this and let it simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Now that we let this simmer and get nice and thick, we're going to add our apples and our vanilla. Stir to combine. Now that the apples and the vanilla have been added, we're going to cook this for about 10 minutes until the apples are soft and get nice and caramelized and syrupy. While the apples are cooking, we're going to go ahead and start on our caramel. So we're going to go ahead and put our water and sugar. We're going to put this on low. Whisk to combine sugar and water. Now, not stirring this, we're going to go ahead and let it cook until it gets into a nice amber color, almost just like our apples. So while we have our apples and our caramel on the stove, we're going to go ahead and beat up the cream cheese filling so we can get that in a piping bag and get these babies ready to go. Adding 8 ounces of our cream cheese, heavy cream, powdered sugar, vanilla, add the whisk attachment, and beat on medium for 2 minutes. Now that our caramel looks this beautiful color, we're going to add the cream, and be careful, it is gonna kind of squeeze up like that. We're adding the heavy cream. We're going to also add in our butter. Whisk that in. Now our cream cheese filling is nice and thick. I'm gonna pipe it into a bag and then put it inside the tacos. Alright, I'm gonna trim the tip and fill our tacos. Now that the tacos are all done, we're gonna go ahead and try these. They are melting, so I'm gonna hurry up really quick. They're good, but they're a mess. Alright guys, I'm gonna go put these away before they completely melt. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, so I put the tacos away, but there are a couple of things that I wanted to address with you guys. In the recipe, it says that the cream cheese mixture will get nice and thick and fluffy to pipe into the tacos. For me, this never happened. In fact, the longer I kept beating the heavy cream and the cream cheese, it ended up separating, so I stopped that as soon as I noticed. And what I did was just threw the mixture in my deep freeze and actually froze it like ice cream to the point where it was like soft serve. Once it got to the soft serve consistency, that's when I started piping it into my tacos. Another thing that I wanted to point out was when I started piping it into my tacos, it immediately started melting even though the taco shells were no longer hot. So I think that had I put the ice cream, which is essentially what that was a cream cheese ice cream. Had I put that in the taco and then froze the taco shells with the ice cream and then took those out, put the apple and the caramel on top, I think they would have set a lot better and been a lot less of a mess to eat because essentially they were just a runny mess. So I did want to add that in. They were very good, very sweet, a really easy dessert to make. Just a couple of little tweaks that I would make the next time. Usually I make recipes over and over again. This was a new one for me, so that was just a pointer that I had to learn with you guys, but hopefully you'll watch this video all the way through before attempting. Anyways, I wanted to add this for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great night. Bye!